Sitting down here with Knute Anderson of the NYTEX Arena in North Richland Hills, home of the Texas Brahmas. Knute is the director of hockey programs at NYTEX. He's also the junior Brahmas director of coaches, along with the Keller High School varsity head coach, oversees the junior bruisers, along with many other great organizations. Mr. Anderson, it's a pleasure to meet you, and I thank you for taking the time to sit down with me today.
Well, I appreciate the interest in our rink and our program.
Just a quick question, in your personal experience, why is hockey such a good game for a kid to get involved in, as opposed to some of the other team sports that are available?
Well, my son just finished, he's 5 years old, just finished his first T-ball season. And he played a lot of the outfield and had maybe one ball hit to him the entire time he played.
Right.
And, certainly got into the juice boxes, got into, doing the team cheer, and obviously you get to bat 3-4 times as well and run the bases. But it's a sport that's really, especially with this Texas heat, we have generations and generations of kids now that grow up with bionic thumbs from playing Xbox and PS3. Hey, we get to keep our kids moving, and we've got a refrigerated rink. It's all with AC, and you may not touch a puck in a shift, but you're moving.
Right.
Every kid comes off with a lot of sweat and a lot of excitement, and it's a fast and fun sport.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the air conditioning. I personally know from my youth, I met up with a kid who had real bad chronic asthma, and she couldn't run and play outside, so the doctors actually told her to ice skate, and it'll help strengthen her lungs.
Absolutely.
But I wanted to talk to you also about the One Goal program that you have here. Specific to the One Goal, what is the program designed and set up to do?
Well, the goal is for One Goal is really to get new kids playing the game and to take away the fear factor of what hockey gear costs. I think that's pretty prevalent about anybody wanting to try the sport. They feel that there's this fear that they're going to be out of pocket $500-600 for their first kid's gear, and it's a vicious cycle because little Johnny goes from a size 2 skate to 3 in 6 months. Now I got to buy another $250 pair of skates. What One Goal does is USA Hockey gives the gear bags to us. In some cases, they give it to us if they have a lot of inventory. In some cases, we buy it at a very cheap cost. We turn around and give it to the kids coming through the doors their first set of gear. So it really becomes their initial starter kit, and they've got an easy approach to starting their hockey career.
So what all gear is included in that?
You get your helmet, which is a brand new helmet with a clear cage. Very good helmet, shoulder pads, elbow pads. You're going to get a pair of pants. You're going to get your shin guards, a little bag to put it all in, and the only thing that you don't get is skates. But we've got a program to get kids skates.
So is that gear, is that all new gear, or is it used gear?
It's all new gear.
It's all new gear.
It's all new gear.
So who is this actually aimed for? I mean, do you have to prove low income status or anything like that?
No, it's really for anybody who comes through our skate school or shows an interest. What we use it sometimes to be is that little, okay, we're thinking about doing the sport. Well, how if I told you I can get you a set of gear and your kid's first set of gear is on us? Well, then the initial part of, well, I got to make an investment. What if my kid hates it? Well, this is easy now. You sign them up for skate school or their first session of league play, and they feel like they're ahead of the game, and at least they're going to give it a shot.
Right. So who actually pays for the equipment? Is it sponsored by anybody? Or?
USA Hockey has in their budget as part of the fees that they collect from all members, and certainly from rinks that pay to be members of USA Hockey. They will set aside a percentage of that for getting this One Goal gear. And then we will either get it from the USA Hockey for free, or in some cases, this recently, we'll buy the equipment from USA Hockey.
Okay, so USA Hockey or the rink itself actually fronts the bill for that.
It's subsidized by USA Hockey for certain. If we pay something for it, it's so minimal that they're really subsidizing.
So really, it's with the One Goal, it's pretty much free for any kid to get started playing.
It is for their gear, absolutely. We'll make sure that we get them out there on the ice.
Now, you said that you took the One Goal program and you've taken it a step farther. How have you done that?
I've done that for going on 6-7 years now. We do what's called equipment swaps.
Okay.
I was in my late 30s before I got my first pair of skates free, or first brand new pair of skates, because we always had hand-me-downs.
Right.
I had brothers who gave me his skates and what have you. What we do is, when kids outgrow their stuff, what do you do with it? Well, it sits in the garage, takes up space. You know, we've created now this pipeline and this information network where once somebody outgrows good gear and they're done with it, it goes to the front desk in a bag, it's earmarked, and I can show you where we store it. It's a little mini warehouse full of gear, and typically as soon as the stuff comes in, it goes right back out.
Right.
And no cost to the customer. This is all free stuff.
So this is, the gear comes from just people donating it, and you've actually organized it in such a way that you have it all organized.
We have it categorized. If a kid needs a size 6 pair of skates, if I don't happen to have a really good pair of size 6, I send an email out to my database, and by Monday the email goes out. By Friday I've got 4 or 5 decent pair of skates back there for the kid to choose from.
That's great. So how often do you get together and do this and distribute it? Is it like a once a year type deal?
We used to do it once a year, and we do it the first part of August, you know, right before the season starts for everybody. But what we found is that kids are outgrowing their stuff now. They're playing year round. They need the equipment now. So why don't we do it pretty much as it comes in? So, you know, word gets out, people understand that, hey, you know, I may not have $120 for a new pair of pants. Let's go to Knute. Let's see what he's got inventoried, and they're often usually really happy with the pair they get.
How many kids would you say that you've actually helped get started this year, just this year alone?
This year, probably close to 100.
Really?
And out of that, there's probably, you know, maybe 50% of that are kids that are in the mite area, and the other ones we consider to be a little bit older, squirt through Pee-wee. But head to toe, and I figured it out for the last 6 years doing it. We probably have outfitted over 1,000 hockey players in the Dallas Metroplex with gear. Maybe not head to toe, maybe partials, and they go in and they buy something from the store. And that's the other thing too, is the hockey shops are really cool about this, because you're creating a hockey player.
Right.
And they like it. You're giving them a used pair of skates. Eventually that kid's going to want his own pair of skates.
Right.
So they're cool with it.
How many kids that you've helped get out there, how many would you say are actually still playing the sport?
You know, I don't know really what the retention rate is. You know, we talk about keeping when we do a skate school, getting them into our hockey programs, we want to be at about 50%.
Right.
I would say that, you know, the economic times as they are, that number's probably down a little bit because people have pared back on where they spend. But we continue to grow the sport. We continue to grow at age. I'd say we're probably at about 35 to 40% retention, which is excellent.
I mean, it's very successful in getting kids interested and keeping them with the team sport.
Absolutely.
Where would somebody go that wanted to get started up with this? Could you give your contact information?
Yeah, they can reach me on my website or on my email at knute@knitexsports.com, and where you just go to Knitex Sports webpage, and you can pull me up there. You can also contact me through the juniorbrahmas.com website, jrbrahmas.com. And either way, the email is the best way to reach me, or bring your kid up here. Just come on up. I'm here from usually 7 o'clock till 7 o'clock, sometimes later. You got a 12-hour window to catch me with your little guy, and that's the best way to do it.
Right.
Because we can walk right in, and the kid leaves with a bag full of gear.
That's great. You had told me before when we talked that there were a lot of personal stories involved with the program that you set up.
Yep.
And you told me one that really stuck out about a man who found out he was terminal. Would you care to share that story?
Yeah.